I'm here in my niece Kenyah. Just witnessed Arsenal very comfortable win against West Ham, own 2-0. Kenyah, you know what? As as well as 2-0 wins go, that was probably as easy as you're going to get. And that's not me being disrespectful to West Ham. That's just what I saw. Do you agree?
Yeah, man, walk in the park.
It was very comfortable.
Yeah,
though,
look,
right?
they didn't have a shot at goal. They didn't have a shot on target. Like they didn't offer anything.
So were they that bad or Arsenal that good?
I don't think. And do you know what? Funny enough, we weren't even that great. We were just honestly, I think that was quite an average performance for us. But it goes to show the levels between us and a West Ham. No disrespect to them, they are 19th for a reason. We are currently at the moment first for a reason in second place for a reason. We are a really good team, even when we're not at the races, even when Victor Gyökeres is not scoring, even when Eze maybe has a quiet game. We are still a very good team. You're not going to come to the Emirates and just bop us off the park. Even when they've beaten us before, it's not been because of free-flowing football. It's because they scored early and they locked it up. If you think about last season when they scored that one, that Jared Bowen scored that header or whatever, they just scored that. They just locked it up. They went super compact, and they will compact today. But for us, you know, we've gone into the window to try and help with those issues, and it's working.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, you mentioned Victor Gyökeres there. There is going to be a lot of talk about him following this game, I suspect. Yep. What did you make of his performance today?
Nah, not the brightest, if I'm being honest. And, you know, we've done so much content together. We've both spoken about how he was our first pick. I've fully advocated for him, and I'm still advocating for him. But tonight, I think today's performance wasn't his best, if I'm being honest. And it's kind of like one of them ones where you look at Olympiacos, you look at Newcastle, and I'm like, you actually played well when you just were unlucky not to score. You were robbed of a penalty. And against Olympiacos, Martinelli taps in your effort, like, very unlucky. And I was thinking, right, today you're going to actually, you know, you've been a bit unlucky. Today you're going to get your luck. And today he wasn't at the races whatsoever. But look, we just
Do you think he should have scored with the Declan Rice?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Absolutely.
So what happened there? Why do you think it's not quite what? Because I think that's 6 games now without a goal. What do you think's going wrong in terms of him, scoring?
Yeah, look, I think today, that Declan Rice one, I said on stream, Christian, you know him already. He's doing the nice guy thing. I was saying, yo, he said, maybe you didn't anticipate. Don't want to hear that. You're a striker.
You're supposed to anticipate.
Yeah, that's your job. You're supposed to anticipate. If you see Declan Rice on the wing like that, and there's no one else, what else is Declan Rice going to do? Shoot, and look how far out he was. You think he was going to shoot from there? Of course you should anticipate across. Now, I got
because to me that was very reminiscent of the goal that he got against Forest when Eze crosses. So you would expect he would be on the end of that, right?
No, absolutely. So I'm a bit confused as to why it didn't go in. I need to maybe see that back and see if Mavropanos did get a foot on that. But as of right now, I'm not so sure he did, if I'm being honest. And I'm quite disappointed that didn't end up in the back of the net. If that was anybody else, we'd be sat there saying, you've missed a sitter. Do you know what I mean? And we have to say the same for him. Like, we didn't spend 60 mil for him to miss those type of chances. But I'm not going to go in too hard and say, oh, he's this, we're writing him off already, because we're 7 games into, like, people need to remember, we are 7 games in. This guy has scored. He scored 3 goals. Like, come on. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's not scored at all. It's not like he's been missing from every single game, because that's not true. He's getting better. Today was just a bad game for him, if I'm being honest.
Do you think Saka should have given the penalty?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, Mikel Arteta said in that press conference once where he didn't say Saka's not on penalties anymore, but he basically said Victor Gyökeres is the most potent and best penalty taker that we have, someone that's not missed a single penalty for Sporting last season. I think it was like 17 out of 17 he scored. Wow. So I think that goes to show. I was a bit surprised to see Saka step up, but again, Saka in front in that penalty position is almost guaranteed most of the time. I can't even remember the last time he missed a penalty, so I felt calm with that anyways. And as well, Victor Gyökeres didn't seem upset. When Saka scored, he straight away went over and celebrated. He was smiling, happy. So let's not make it an issue. Let's not make it an issue.
No, I'm not making an issue.
No,
and listen, if Saka's a designated penalty taker, he should take them. I was just suggesting that maybe you might. But then we're only 1-0 up at the time. So you have to be professional with these things.
And he's... As well, we need to remember Saka was wearing an armband. So at that point, what captain said, what captain says, captain goes. You know what I mean? And he's decided, I'm taking this penalty, and I'm fine with that.
Okay, let's talk about Declan Rice, because he scored today. I thought he was man of the match. He looked really good. He scored his goal, didn't celebrate. What did you make of Declan Rice today?
Oh, this guy. This is why we bought him for for these reasons. Like, we're talking about someone who's just so incredibly clutch. I mean, I've had so many arguments with people who's like, he can't play six. We saw him today run the game from start to finish, scores the opening goal. People that saying he can't play six, we bought him to play six. He's incredible. He's so good that we said, right, we know you're fantastic at six. I bet you're even better at an eight. And he's bossed that as well. Like, you look at him and you're like, this is an incredible piece of business. There's other players that have been bought for more and are nowhere near, like, facts. And I can't think of, funny enough, this is probably the fixture in the last maybe year where we're like, yo, man, what's going on? Like, I think last season I went to the game and I was like, yo, you're not having your brightest game against West Ham. What is it? He just completely disposed that. And he's just, I love this guy, man. He's an engine.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. I thought he was man of the match today. Now, our captain, Martin Odegaard, it wasn't such a good game for him today in terms of what happened with his injury. I mean, at the point of talking to you now, we're not aware of what the seriousness of the injury is, but it was a shame. I think that's his third consecutive home game that he's come off before half time.
Nah, it's very sad. I think in the last two games as well, we're talking about someone two games, 2 assists, and he didn't even start in one of them. He came on in about 20 minutes and he assisted and helped change the game. I mean, in that Newcastle game, Eddie Howe, I watched it afterwards. Eddie Howe literally cited him the reason as to why Arsenal went on to win that game. He gives it's his corner that goes in against Olympiacos. Like, just, it's so frustrating. I feel very frustrated and upset for him because he looked so upset. You know, he wanted to carry on. He couldn't. I mean, let's not even risk our best players. Luckily now we have the depth. We have an Eze, we have an Ethan, who can, both of which I thought today, Eze had a quieter game, but Ethan, when he came on, looked so good. I just hope it's not a serious injury because we really need this guy, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Do you think, like me, that the way we brushed West Ham aside, and let's face it, we did. I mean, I'm trying not to be disrespectful to West Ham and West Ham fans, but it was an easier 2-0 win as you're going to get in the Premier League. Do you think that kind of confirms now that Arsenal are serious title contenders?
Oh, absolutely. I think, again, these were the games where it wasn't really our big games. It was these type of games where we were expected to win and we didn't, where we dropped points. It was the West Hams and, funnily enough, Fulham, who were going to face after international break. It was those games where we just couldn't get those 3 points, where we were just lackluster. And I think today, the fact that we as Arsenal fans, I'm pretty sure you'd agree with me, we seemed pretty average today. We didn't get out of first gear. No, I don't even think... I can't really sit here and say, oh, that was Saka's best game or that was Eze's best game or Trossard's best. I thought Trossard played all right. That's not most of those players' best games, but we still got the job done and literally with no stress, no big moments or shocks. Like, it's not like I'm coming out of it thinking, oh, we got away with that one and we dug in. No, from moment one, I think they had like, the only chances that time they looked threatening was literally in the first minute when they got that set piece. Didn't do anything else. So...
No, Mavropanos was their best player.
Yeah, Mavropanos was...
They're more talented players, i.e. Jared Bowen, Somerville, Paqueta. They weren't in the game, really.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny because someone sent in a super chat saying that Calafiori can't defend. We're talking about Jared Bowen, who's, scored against Everton. He scored against us last year. If we're talking about someone outside of the big six who constantly performs, Jared Bowen is up there. He's such a fantastic player. Didn't get a sniff today, genuinely. I don't even know if he completed a dribble. Like, that almost sounds like foreign nature to say about someone like Jared Bowen, who is actually really good quality and is quite an underrated player. We just, everyone held it down, did their job, clean sheet, win. Like, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I'm going to lose it because this person didn't score a hat-trick or because we didn't bury all our shots. Like, yeah, there's maybe a few concerns, but I'm happy to be leaving with maybe a few concerns and 3 points as opposed to a draw or a loss with concerns.
Efficient and competent, that's how I would sum it up. 7 games, as we're speaking now, top of the table. Over these first 7 games, are you happy with what you're seeing? Or is there anything more you want to see? Or
do you know what? I would say Christian actually made a good point in the sense that it's actually a really good start when you consider the context of who we've had to playing Man City, playing Liverpool, playing Newcastle, playing Man United, 3 of those 4 big games all away from home, coming away with, we beat Man United, we beat Newcastle, we drew Man City, we lost Liverpool. That's not that bad. we've actually picked up a lot of good points. As of right now, we're first in the table, which is good. Hopefully Chelsea can do a thing for us. And what I also like is that the manager has actually learnt from mistakes against Liverpool. So we saw that midfield and we're like, that doesn't create anything. And when we see today, he goes, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to start Eze and Odegaard and Rice. Do you know what I mean? I don't need Zubimendi or I don't need to play a double pivot. I'm going to really go for it. I'm going to be really expansive. So there is a lot of positives and you're seeing he's using his depth well. I do want to maybe see Miles and Ethan a bit more. I think Miles might feel a bit hard done by because I thought he played really well against Olympiacos. But again, we've got so many games to play. So I'm not really bothered.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.